So in the previous video, we have discussed about normal printing of a function and calling how to call it. So it was a simple function used for printing some statement, but in the real life application, we don't generally use the function for just printing the statement. We can do it in main function also. So let's just see what are the other ways to use the function. Okay, so I have an idea. I have I will just clear it. So let's just initialize two variables, int a equals to 2 comma b equals to 4, and let's just create a function called sum, and in the sum function we'll pass two arguments or two parameters. The first will be a, and second will be b. So this and this b, this a or and b are from main function, and these are from the sum function. So they are not interrelated to each other in any order. I don't want to create some confusion, so we can just change the name, but I prefer to make the same name because they are scoped within these parentheses, and this main this a and b are scoped within this parentheses, so they are not something which will get error used to or anything like that. So what my idea about this code is, we have initialized two variables. We will pass these variables to the sum function, and we will return a plus b. So it's that simple. This can be an application, and if we are returning, so we cannot write it void. We are returning an integer, so we have to write int. So let's just run it. I hope okay. I again forgot about calling the what can I say, function. So if I just call sum a comma b, it will work, but it will not print because it is returning, and we don't have some variable or something where it will return the value. So this might be incorrect. Let's just run it as it is. So yeah, so as it is returning, but there is nothing to return. And we have one more mistake. We have added a plus b. We have to add x plus y because there is nothing like a plus b over there. So let's just again run it. So yeah, so let's just see console. Console, there is nothing printed in the console because there is nothing to print, and the sum function is not returning anywhere. So let's just create another variable. I guess out. The variable name is out, and out variable will take the return value of a plus b, and we'll just print the out. Mm, so we can also give a little string, uh, /n sum is, and then out, and then for next line. So yeah, I hope it will work. Yeah, sure it does. Sum is 6. So yes, it is a normal, it is very basic application of another application of function. How we can use a function. We can take two different data types as a parameter or same data types. It depends on us what we have to do with the function. And so let's talk about another thing. If I cut this function from here and paste it below the main function, it will probably don't work. So let's just see. Yeah, see, uh, the error is sum was not declared in this scope. So The thing is, main function comes first, and then the sum function is below the main function. And our C++ compiler compiles from top to bottom. So it will read main function, and in the main function it will see the calling, but there is no function to call in the scope above the main function. So it is just little bit ambiguous to the compiler that what is the sum here, what is the sum function here. So we have to give prototype to make it work in that way. So the prototype is int. Int is return type, and then the name of function, which is sum. Then data types of parameter data types, int, comma, int. We don't have to declare variables here because it's just prototype. It is telling that we have a function somewhere in this code. So if we write this is function prototype, function prototype. If we write this function prototype, the compiler will know that there is a function named sum somewhere in the code, and it will look for the sum and it will not give the error. So let's just run it again. Yeah, now it's running fluently. The sum is 6. We can change the values here. We can convert a to 10, b to 20, and let's just run it again. So this time the sum is 30. Yeah, and we can do one more thing. We can just declare the variables here and take the dynamic input. So user will give input, so then it will evaluate the inputted values. Let's just see, I have used cin to take input from the user, and let's just create a little string here, which is enter a and b. So let's just run it again. So yeah, see here, enter a and b. So we will just enter the value of a and b, I guess 10 and 20 and 10, or 20 10. The value of a is 20 and value of b is 10. When we hit enter, it will just call this function, and it will return the sum is 30, which is correct, I hope. So that's all for this video. In the next video we will cover some more things about the function, and yeah, see ya later.